No, no, I'm not going to answer that question. I think it's inappropriate. I have my reasons. I I believe in the universe, and I believe in God, and I believe in angels, and I believe that they can all hear us. And it's very important to always be aware of what we say and why we say it. Because every word is a prayer to someone. And I would prefer to have my words be prayers to angels and not demons. You can't you can't fear something that you don't think about. You can't fear something that doesn't exist in your reality. So I'd prefer to just not even go there. And I wouldn't expect you to either. I don't think that you need to go there with me either. There's this great, I guess you'd call her a guidance specialist. I call her an advice giver. There's this great advice giver, and she always says that you can't get sick enough to make a sick person well. And I kind of like that because it applies to a lot of situations. Like, oftentimes you want to help someone because you feel bad for them, but then all you're doing is just delaying the inevitable, and it helps to just mind your own business sometimes. And part of that is also using your mind in a productive way that doesn't involve tendencies that will cause you extreme anxiety. And that's why I could never really do the traditional dating thing before, because there's a lot of codependence going on where people feel like they have to be this unit or else they're betraying some sanctity or something. Nah, if you feel that love is something codependent, then it does become something codependent, and we all know where those kinds of relationships end up. We all know Sid Vicious and Nancy, okay? And I'm not about glorifying that kind of life. I prefer to exist in the land of rainbows and butterflies, the land of milk and honey dripping, the land of oil pumping, pumping, to make us rich, to buy us anything that we want. That's the kind of life that I like thinking about, not a life of destruction and anxiety and fear and pain. I've got eternity to even begin to think about things like that. For now, I choose pleasure over pain. And pain is an inevitable part of life. Don't get me wrong, I do know that, but the way you interpret pain and react to it is very different. And even if something is painful, it can still give you pleasure. If you want, I can show you later. And I wouldn't expect you to answer that question, or anyone else actually. Because while you can't get sick enough to make a sick person well, you can keep yourself well enough, and eventually, hopefully through inspiration or just frustration, the other person goes into their own vortex of creation. Now that's something that I think is more productive. Getting into the vortex, to the center of it all, making it happen. That's what it's about, isn't it? Hmm.